Civil rights movement.
A little bit Henry Hampton.
Henry Hampton. Henry Hampton. Rights. Hampton. Henry Hampton. Henry Hampton. Henry Civil Rights Movement. Henry Hampton Civil Rights. Hampton Movement. Henry Civil Rights. Henry Civil Rights Movement. Little Civil Rights. Civil Rights. Civil Rights. Henry Hampton Rights Movement. Henry Hampton. A bit of movement.
Henry Hampton Civil Rights Movement. Henry Civil Rights Movement. Civil Rights.
Civil Rights Movement.
Henry. A little bit.
Henry Hampton. Henry Hampton. Henry. A little. Henry. Civil Rights Movement. Civil Rights Movement. Civil Rights Movement. Civil Rights.
A little bit.
Henry. Civil Rights Movement. Henry Hampton.
A little bit. Henry.
Civil Rights Movement. Civil Rights Movement. Civil Rights Movement. Civil Rights Movement. Henry Civil Rights Movement. A little bit. Civil Rights Movement. Or Henry in the movement. Civil Rights Movement. Movement. Rights.
Civil Rights Movement.
Henry Hampton. Civil Rights Movement. Civil Rights Movement. Henry Civil Rights Movement. Henry a little bit. Henry Civil Rights Movement. A little. Henry Civil Rights Movement. Civil Rights Movement. Civil Rights Movement. Henry Civil Rights Movement.